Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki, known here as the One-Handed Bandit. I hope that you all have been doing really well during this coronavirus pandemic, and I hope that you all are well and that your family are well. But I haven't been posting any videos because of the pandemic that's been going on. I haven't been able to get products like I normally do. Things are coming in really slowly, and I did place an order for Sephora's spring event, and I did purchase it on almost the last day. I think the last day was May 1st, and I placed my order on April 30th. And today is May 15th. My order just got shipped yesterday, and that I think it's probably because I reached out to them in an email asking why my order still hasn't been processed. My card was never charged. So now, because I reached out to them, my order is now on its way to me. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I did mention in previous videos that I was having technical issues, and I did go ahead and purchase a new computer, but then that one also had a shipping delay. So I haven't been having very much luck with shipping and orders getting to me in a timely manner, and I highly understand that with everything that's going on. Most people are out of jobs. Most businesses have limited amount of employees, so I'm being very patient, and I hope you all can bear with me. I just haven't been able to go out to any stores and purchase any products, but I decided to come on camera today and to do a look. There's nothing fantastic. I do have one new product that I'll be using today. I actually ordered that on Amazon, but I'm going to get started with today's look. And actually, during this whole pandemic, I did place one order with Sephora, and it came to me very quickly. This was like in the very beginning of everything, before everything got really crazy. And one of the things that I ordered was the Milk Makeup long wear gel eyeliner, and this is what it looks like. So this side has the pencil, and then this side has like a smudger applicator, like that. So I bought this as a lip liner, but it's a gel. It just says gel liner, and it also has a sharpener, it says, but where is it? I don't know. But I actually like this on my brows. I used this to do my brows today. So what I did was I outlined my brows, and then I just filled it in with my Benefit Brow, and I just, concealed with my concealer. So I'm going to start out by using the Pea Louise base. This is in Rumor 1. Not going to use too much because I don't know what kind of look I'm doing today. Oh, and then I also ordered, today is Wednesday, May 15th, so it was it yesterday? No, it was Monday, May 11th. I ordered the Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 4 because I have the other 1 through 3. And I am kind of a collector. I am a Anastasia fan. I just wanted to add that to my collection. So I have been, organizing my palettes because I have so much time on my hands. So I recently found this in my stash, the Pea Louise palette. This is the original palette, which is discontinued. She has a new palette. I believe it's called the Love Tapes. And I want to order that one, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it. There's so many other things that I've been wanting to get my hands on. I'm going to take this shade Bestie, and I've been doing a new technique with how I apply my shadows, so I'll be showing you that also. So I'm just going to make sure that that has been blended out really well. So basically I just get the shadow, the darkest shadow that I'm going to use, and I outline my crease. I try to be as neat as possible, so I have to relax my eyes. The hardest thing about this is making sure that both eyes are even, because honestly I feel like my eyes are uneven because it never comes out the same on both eyes for me, no matter what technique I use. So now that I have outlined it, I'm just stamping it on. And then my way of making sure that I place this as high as I should is relaxing my eye. So when my eyes are actually open, you can still see that color. And you can do this with any palette that you have. Just as long, you just take the darkest color that it has in the palette and you'll use that to carve out your crease. So next I'm going to use this shade in the palette called Latte, and that is this brown right here. And I'm using a fluffy brush, and I'm using that right below my brows. So I'm going to take this little pencil brush, and I'm going to blend out that first shade that I added in my crease, and I just want to blend it out just a little more. And with this brush, it gets into that crease really, really well. And this is a Sephora Pro 41 brush. I bought this brush before they changed the bristles. This is like maybe a few weeks before the lockdown. So this next brush that I'm going to use is also a Sephora brush, and this is a number 19 tapered brush. And I'm going to take this maroon shade right here, which is called Contour, and I'm going to use that. So that is going to merge between that brown shade and the deeper brown shade. So it kind of blends the two colors together. It really looks bad before it gets good, so it may look crazy right now, but you'll see how I finesse it. So I carved out my crease with that same Pea Louise base. And I'm just tapping it, making sure it's even. So since that Pea Louise palette doesn't have a lighter color that I prefer to use right now, I'm going to use my brown melanin makeup palette. Looks like this, and these are the shades. So I'm going to use this gold shade right here, and I'm just going to apply that to my lid. So I'm going to apply this shade with my finger because it looks a lot better on my finger than it does on my eye. Just drinking a green smoothie I'm trying to get my body in shape for this summer. Now these lashes that I'm putting on, these are just random lashes from Amazon. They were fairly inexpensive. I think it was like $10 for 10 pairs of lashes. So nothing special, nothing to mention about the lashes. They're just Amazon lashes. I am going to use this Farsali Unicorn Essence, since the foundation that I'm going to be using is matte and my face is highly moisturized. I want to use just a little bit more of moisture for my dry skin. I can barely get any out. There we are. So before I came on camera, when I did my brows, I just added a little foundation over the scar on my forehead so that it can, you know, look a little presentable when I got on camera. You may or may not know that Maybelline came out with, well, they just repackaged their Fit Me foundation. So it comes in this plastic packaging, which kind of resembles a Capri Sun. And it has this screw top right here. And you know, like those kids juice boxes and applesauce and things like that that come in these types of packaging. This is what it resembles, and I really like the packaging. It's really good for travel. You don't have to worry about those glass bottles breaking in your luggage. Since it's plastic, it is flat, so it takes up less space. I picked up the shade 334 Warm Sun. I used to be 330, but I kind of felt like that was a little too light. So, and I could never find 334 Warm Sun. So I saw that it was available. So I was like, you know what? I think I should be a little bit darker. So why not get the darker shade? So that's what I did. So I'm just going to place some of it onto my foundation mixing plate. So I just have a little bit here, and I'm not going to be mixing any foundations. I'm just gonna squirt a little bit out on there. I'm just taking this flat brush and I'm just using it to just place the product on my face. And this foundation is matte. I don't typically like matte foundations, but When this came out a few years ago, I did like it. So, and I just wanted something to purchase and to review on my channel. And I'm going to use a beauty blender. And it looks like it is a perfect match for me. It blended right into my skin. You can barely see that I have any on. And this beauty blender is damp. I just dampened it before I got on camera. And I used it to blend out my forehead. So I use very little. The only thing that I can say about this foundation is not about the finish or how it feels. I would say I prefer a pump actually, because I know how much product I'm using 1, 2, 3 pumps, and I can tell, you know, whether I'm going through a product a lot more than normal. So I can't tell you I'm just using 1 pump or 2 pumps of foundation by using it this way. And to me personally, it's like when I pour it on my mixing plate, it seems like that I pour out more than what I should. Even though I used everything that I had on my mixing plate, it kind of seems like, you know, if you're not paying attention, you'll probably use more than you should, which is probably not a bad thing. I mean, some people prefer full coverage. So for concealer, I'm going to be using 2. So this one is the Wet n Wild concealer. This is in the shade Dark Cocoa. So this is more closer to my skin tone. So I'm just going to add this right here like that. And you cannot even see where I'm adding it. But it does have more of a reddish undertone. So that makes it a little bit more noticeable, whereas the foundation is a little bit more neutral or with a tad bit of gold undertone. And then I have the last little bit of my Maybelline Age Rewind. So I want to use this up, and I'm just going to add this. I have quite a bit of concealers, so I wanted to use up all my concealers before I start buying any others, because even though with the Sephora spring event I did purchase a concealer, I just feel like I need to start using up what I already have. So I'm trying to go through all of my open concealers and foundations. I normally let my concealer dry down a little bit, but with this Maybelline concealer, it seems to dry pretty quickly for me. So I go right in and blend it right out so that it doesn't dry down and then I have a hard time blending. I think that's a very nice finish. Nice mixture of the Fit Me, the Age Rewind, and the Wet n Wild. I am going to set my under eye with my Makeup Forever powder, and this is in this shade, I think it's 415 or 425. It normally has a number on the back, but mine came, I bought this in store and it came like this with no number on the back. I have to take a look at my purchases and see what number I actually purchased, but I do believe it's 425. So I'm just going to take that on this dense Morphe brush. This is from their Gunmetal collection. It doesn't have a number, but it's just shaped like this. And I'm just going to set my under eye. because I mentioned this concealer dries very quickly, I wanted to set it before it started drying and creasing. So that's why I just grabbed the nearest thing that I had. I normally use my Anastasia banana setting powder, but this was what was on my vanity. So if I didn't mention, I'm going to mention it now. This is my favorite face palette, the Sephora Pro Face Palette. This is in the shade Deep. They have light, medium, and deep. So I have the deep one. And as you can see, this one right here is my favorite shade to contour. Sometimes I mix this one and this one at the top, but normally it's this one. So I'm going to use this one down here at the bottom to bronze and to contour my nose. So I'm just taking this BH Cosmetics brush and I'm just going to contour my nose. So now that we have our little nose contoured, I'm going to use that same shade. And actually that shade is called Jet Setter in the palette. I'm going to use that to bronze my cheeks. This is also another Sephora brush. This is number 50. And if you purchase this brush, yours may not look the same as mine because like I mentioned earlier, they did change up their brushes with the design as well as the bristles. So with this, I just need just a little bit. I don't need much, and it adds a little bit of warmth to my skin. And I haven't really been highlighting and blushing too often, but I'm gonna use a blush today. I don't think I'm gonna do a highlighter. So to blush, I'm going to use this orange shade right here, which is called After Party. And it has a little bit of shimmer to it. And I'm using very little so you won't see it too much because I don't want it to stand out too much. I'm going to take the rest of that Pea Louise base that I used on my eyes and I'm going to add it to my lower lash line so that I have a pop of color and it's very bright and vibrant under my eye. And I'm just going to line my lower lash line. I almost dipped my brush into my eyeshadow palette. And this brown melanin palette is also a good face palette as well. You can use these two shades here to bronze and contour. You can use the shimmers for highlight as well. So this is also a good palette that has various purposes. So from the brown melanin palette, I'm going to take this fuchsia pink shade and I'm going to add that to my lower lash line. The Pea Louise palette has something similar called Martini, but this one is more brighter and vibrant. So added that to the lower lash line and it adds a little bit of pop of color Gonna set all over my face with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in the shade Dark Deep. And then I'm just gonna set. I like to close my eyes when I'm drying my face so that if my eyelids get wet, it doesn't crease. So I'm going to line my lips with this lip liner by Makeup Forever. This is in the shade Limitless Brown. And for my lipstick, I'm going to use this Artist Couture lipstick, and this is in the shade Shameless. And that is the final look. And so, like I mentioned, I do have some packages on the way from my Sephora spring event order, as well as my Norvina palette volume 4 that I ordered from Anastasia. I actually ordered it from the Anastasia website simply because I was still waiting for my first Sephora order, so I didn't want to just, you know, order it from Sephora and then that package be delayed as well. So since I was having issues with Sephora, I decided to just purchase it directly from the Anastasia website. And from their track record, from the other 3 palettes that I had from them, I actually love all 3 of them. And the shades in the volume 4 are very neutral and they're everyday shades. So I have an idea that I'm going to actually like all the shades. So that's why I purchased from there. And then today, the Beauty Bakery came out with, what's it called? The brownie bar and the Neapolitan bar, which are bronzer and blush bars. So I ordered those as well. So I do have some upcoming videos for you in the future. I could have been recording as well while I was waiting for these orders. However, as I mentioned in the last video, I was having technical issues and computer issues, so I did order a computer. I don't know when it will get here. They said if it's not here by, I believe, the 17th, they're just going to cancel my order because there was a delay with the shipping from the warehouse or something like that. So I'm hoping my order doesn't get canceled. They have refunded me already. They said if it was, if it comes back in stock or if the shipment comes in, they'll go ahead and charge my card again and get me that order sent out. But I kind of think like this weekend, I'm probably just going to head out to some stores and maybe purchase one in person. So I'm trying to get, you know, everything in order. So I'm hoping pretty soon I'll have another video for you. But thank you all for your support. Thank you all for my new subscribers. If you've been sharing my videos, thank you for that as well. I hope to see you all in a video very shortly.